Okay, so same thing, background. What's the scope? This one is very important because I put this here because in ISO 22301, you got to do these three things. So I leave it up to you to amend it. Remember, this report is kept for a long time, and whenever you're being audited, bring out these few reports. Because the auditors will say, I disagree with you. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Your job is to say, we have this BCS, this BIA approved already. Then they'll argue you, and especially external auditor, they'll come in and they'll just whack you. Your job is to tell me that you show proof. Then you say, I disagree. The auditors, they say that I disagree. I say, Ken, just raise it as an audit point. I'll fight you at the end of the day. Because I'm a management, it's my risk appetite. It's up to me to do it. Unless it's blatantly I did not do it, then of course you deserve a serious audit point. If not, generally, these three reports actually shield you directly from all internal and external auditor. So let's move on. So basically, my idea is to give you all the toolkit. So with this toolkit, you just do a minor adjustment, contextualize to your own organization. Whatever you want to take out in real life, you do so. But it takes a lot of time to develop this, and then sometimes you say, I don't have the confidence to, did I cover everything? I'm going to tell you, you are covering everything, because this is exactly what I do when I walk into the boardroom. Again, this is how I present to management, to the board, sometimes to the board, sometimes to the steering committee, sometimes to actually the EXCO, executive committee. So this is exactly the same set of PowerPoint, except it's fully customized to them. All right, so these are key assumptions that you put in. Very important to tell management what are your assumptions. Like example, one of the assumptions, I don't use COVID. One assumption is that only one building will be affected at one time. But now with COVID, it's quite tricky. So that's something I want you to remember. This is the methodology. Just leave it in there. Don't worry. You will redraw this yourself later on. Okay. What is the methodology that we are adopting? This is actually exactly what I've taught you in module 2 and last week in module 1 as a BCM manager. So these are all the things that we've taught you. You adjust it accordingly. What are your strategy? This is where from there you can generate these numbers. This one a bit tricky. Some of you are going to complain, I don't know how to draw pie chart and all these things. Okay, so this is the only one. I'm going to give some leeway. If you can't present it properly, just leave it as it is. Because in real life, I'm going to get someone to draw for me anyway. Okay, this is something that you can extract from your information there. Okay, remember there's 5 strategies. Work from alternate site, work from home, work from customer location, work from supply location, all this. So you normally have 4 or 5 high-level strategy to be presented to management. Remember last week, I actually spent some time teaching you, at the end of the day, there's only 4 or 5 strategy. If I'm management, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something that you are asking money from me, which is actually alternate site. The moment you ask for the alternate site, I as a chair of the EXCO or committee or the board, I'm going to ask you a very simple question: how much? This is the page that I will blink, and then I'll say, okay, you're presenting to me. Which one is going to cost me money? Which one I have to get approval or procurement to do a request for proposal, something like that. So this is the page that management is looking for. Remember, if I'm management, I'm looking for big picture. I'm looking for things that I have to pay. I'm looking for things that may cost me problem. Why are you working at the customer side? I'll ask you that question. So these are the few things that as management, you will get this common question being asked upon you once you list this function down. Okay, what's the minimum resources? Just put in the numbers. Like I mentioned to all of you, the idea is when you put in the numbers, just understand what's the purpose of this. Now, remember, you guys are in COVID-19. You don't need telephone, you don't need seat, you don't need laptops. But treat this exercise based on the case study that's not in COVID-19. So please complete this as an exercise when you're doing in your own real world in the COVID-19 for the next 18 months. I think, in fact, this minimum resources could be just a page to say, 45 people will be working from home and 30 people will be working from this, something like that. You will just be telling how many people. All right. And what's your recommendation? Same thing, ma'am, sir, can I have your permission to endorse this strategy? Then I can proceed on alternate side. I proceed on to talk to procurement and with facility or whatever it is to do an RFP. Okay, then after that, the rest, we are now moving on to the next phase now. Okay, then that's it. We are done.